you see an undead man dressed in a style popular among Mendevian crusaders 100 years ago. Though long decayed, his expensive adornments indicate high status, and the clean and functional cut of his suit places it to wear in a military profession. The undead man sizes you up with a lordly glance. Greetings, Crusader. You have the honor of meeting Sarkoris, the Lich, the last warden of the newfound sanctuary and master of this place. I sensed you as soon as you stepped through the gates of my stronghold. There is something in your bag that belongs to me. Give me my wand, and as my oath dictates, I shall give you a gift. The dead man doesn't notice the shaggy death's head moth crawling along his sleeve. The sign is not for him, but for you. This meeting has pleased Urgathoa. The dark energy coming from the Lich draws a response from inside you, a surge of power, similar to what you felt in the bandit cave, suppresses and overwhelms all other feelings and fills you with new sensations. You lose control over your own body for a moment as your hands, as if alive on their own, dive into the bag and take Sarkoris' wand out. You would swear that it trembles with impatience, like a dog too long away from its beloved master. The Lich considers the wand closely, as if listening to it. I sense that you once took dominion over the dead. Those poor dead thieves in the caves. They didn't bow to you, and you punished them severely for it. My spirit hidden in the wand showed you what to do with the unruly corpses, and you listened. Well done. You shall make a worthy master of the undead. What do you want from me? Arrogance rings in the Lich's voice. Give me the wand and humbly beg for my help, and I shall not deny it. If you show yourself a worthy crusader, I shall prepare a ritual that will turn you into a Lich. You will become an immortal being, and all shall bow down before you. You're already half undead. For a Dhampir, what I offer should be a welcome release from the weak and useless mortal parts of yourself. And you won't even have to devote your short life to preparing for this great event. By the time I finish preparations for the ritual, you won't have aged even a year, and I shall be free from my magic oath and may finally leave this place. And then you and I shall never meet again. The source does not inspire confidence, but its proposition is an intriguing one. Too bad I didn't get such an offer. Boy, you must say yes, and I will record the metamorphosis happening to you in the encyclopedia. Do it, if not for yourself, for science. I have some questions about your proposition. Questions? The Lich exclaims in irritation. Give me my wand, and I shall take you as an apprentice. Prove that you are a worthy crusader, and I shall conduct a ritual that will make you a Lich. The oaths binding me will finally fall, and we shall disappear from each other's lives forever. What can be unclear about this? Why are you offering this power to me? A low growl escapes the Lich before he speaks. Do not flatter yourself. Fate has not decided this, not I who is bound by magic oaths. Only by fulfilling them will I be able to leave this pathetic place. When I was foolish and taken with Crusader ideas, I made a mistake. I feared that becoming a Lich might change me. I feared becoming a villain. And so I bound myself with a magic oath, which stops me from leaving this place until a worthy crusader comes here to return my wand and seek my aid. I dispatched my apprentice Teldin to spread word of my final wishes, and so began my wait for crusaders who would appear to accept my knowledge. But the days passed, and with them came a new understanding. What a magnificent idiot I had been. I had bound myself in a pointless oath, never thinking of the consequences. But now you are here, and the oath is about to be fulfilled. I shall wait no longer. Enough priceless time has been lost. What exactly are you going to do with me? Becoming a Lich is a complicated process. Most talented mages cannot prepare for it if they devoted their entire lifetimes to the endeavor. It requires years to train and transform one's spirit, unless you have a brilliant mage on your side. I have invented a ritual that will allow me to prepare you myself. I will alter your mind and soul to prepare them for their new existence. It is a complicated process, so do not expect to awaken a master of the undead on the morrow. But by my vow, you will survive the transformation. While I have devoted decades to this ritual, the process will take you a mere half a year. How am I supposed to prove that I'm a worthy crusader? I now know that the Crusades are utter folly, but when I was still alive, I believed in these foolish ideals and included them as a mandatory condition for fulfilling my oath. You will have to prove by your actions that the crusade is important to you. Here is some advice. I value wisdom and focus, and a wise and focused mind can see that the Crusaders will lose to the demons as long as they draw breath. The Crusaders' problems is that they can be killed. The dead cannot. The undead know no fear. They do not betray you. They suffer no wounds and require no provisions. Most importantly, even a pathetic and feeble mortal can make a formidable undead soldier. A few thousand deaths is a small price to pay for victory. Everyone dies, no matter what decisions you make. The question is, will you place victory over the Worldwound above your own dubious ethics? If so, then I shall call you the worthiest of crusaders, and the demons will learn fear when they see an army of undead warriors led by a powerful Lich. Why is this wand so important? The Lich answers condescendingly. The wand is far more than just a toy used to cast spells. It is my phylactery, the charmed vessel which holds my soul. So long as it remains intact, I am eternal. If I am destroyed, I shall be reborn again in the spiritual anchor of my phylactery. Be diligent and obedient to my will, and you too will become immortal. But that is not its main value. To be free of my oath, I must grant my power to a worthy crusader who brings me my wand and asks for help. Until that day, I serve as a prisoner in this pathetic abode. So as long as I have the wand, you are in my power? Sarkoris answers with a smirk. That would be most convenient for you, wouldn't it? Sorry to disappoint you. If you refuse my instructions, I will kill you, and your corpse will deliver my wand back to Kenebres, and I will wait another 100 years until another crusader comes to my door. But I value my time, as I suspect you value your life. It is better for both of us that you heed my words. Evil. And what if I just kill you and learn your secrets from your records? The Lich's reaction is surprisingly calm. That is entirely reasonable, and indeed you may try, but it would be a very brief attempt. Besides, even in the unlikely event that you defeat me, you'd be in for a disappointment. I don't have any records. My mind is without flaw, and the ritual is stored within it. All the books I used in my work were burned the moment I memorized every letter. I created this ritual, and no one will ever be able to steal it from me. Everything is clear to me now. I hope you realize what a generous offer I've made to you.
Sir Lich, may I offer myself as a specimen to be transformed into a Lich? It is the only way I can experience and impartially record all the sensations of this magnificent process. You must see me as a colleague. We are both devotees of science.
The Lich fixes his cold stare on Nenio. You are not the bearer of my wand. I have no interest in you.
Take your time to think about it. Your name will be immortalized in my encyclopedia after all.
No.
You didn't even ask what the encyclopedia was. It will gather all the knowledge in existence from across Golarion without any division into black and white, just dry, exhaustive facts. This will be a great book to determine the direction of the advancement of science towards a happy future.
The Lich pauses, then turns his head to you. When you become a Lich, get rid of her, or you'll lose one of the main advantages of undeath: silence. I want to know more about you. What exactly would you know? My feats are sung in legend. Surely every crusader knows of them. Life beyond death has been a tedious term of imprisonment in this fortress, surrounded by foolish and maddening demons. My only occupation here has been observing the Crusaders retreat, further and further, losing city after city. The day those vacant mortals gave up Dresden, I stopped calling myself a Crusader and began to despise them. You're considered a hero. How did you become undead? Grinding his teeth, the Lich answers, I was no hero, but a talented fool who struck off to the crusade to entertain his pride. I adored the praise of the murmuring mediocrities. How flattered I was when a heap of stone on a mountainside was given into my care. They told us our struggle was important. Such folly. As I sat trapped here, I realized that I had wasted my powers, my time, and my talents in their battles. I'd believed the tales of good and right that must be protected. But even in the kingdom of good, there are those who wield power and those who obey. All these wars are merely an attempt to hold on to power. It matters not whose. Never again shall I wage war for anyone's power but my own. Why did you take up death magic? While I yet lived, I often thought how superior were the undead compared to the living. The Crusader army has suffered endless defeat, while an undead army would long ago have driven the demons back to the depths of the Worldwound. But though the dead would be the perfect warriors, they would answer to imperfect living masters. I needed a better solution. I studied vampires, but found them too ruled by passions, and thus utterly unsuitable. And then I considered the Lich. A Lich is the perfect undead being. It can possess fantastic power. Its mind survives the transformation, and it is eternal. I envisioned an army of crusaders led by immortal liches, and I grew certain of my fate. But the process of becoming a lich takes years, and it is dangerous and tiresome, and most importantly, it is only possible for one mortal in a million. Thus, I began to work on a ritual that will allow any mortal to become a lich, all without decades of practicing magic or even wielding any magic power at all. Of course, I had to keep this research a secret, but in the end I succeeded, and the day the newfound sanctuary fell, I completed the ritual and became what I am today. Once you are free, will you join the crusade? The Lich responds with mocking laughter. Become a crusader again? Not a chance. I've already given them too much of my time, and I have killed enough demons. No, When we are finished, I shall be on my way, and the Crusaders should pray that our paths don't ever cross again. How have you survived among the demons? The pathetic spawn are no threat to me. The Lich chuckles arrogantly. They've tried to attack me a few times, but swiftly regretted it. Then I grew tired of their interference and concealed my chambers with a spell. When I required a book from the library, I would go there in an invisible guise, and they had no idea I was beside them. I don't have any more questions. Now you realize who you are dealing with. Do not forget it, for your own sake. Evil requires Lich mythic path. Give him the wand. It belongs to you. Green light shines in the Lich's eyes, and his arrogant tone offends the air. So, common sense wins out. How commendable. Otherwise, I should have had to kill you. But I have other plans for you. Accept this, my gift. Had we met under different circumstances, I'd never even consider sharing my power. But my oath obliges me. I, Sarkoris, shall hereby fulfill my vow. A worthy crusader has come and returned my wand to me. Now I may leave this prison, and you shall become my apprentice. For my first order as your master, you must truly show yourself a worthy crusader, or my oath will not be fulfilled, and I am merely wasting my time. Meanwhile, I shall begin my work. I shall reach the very depths of your soul to alter it, ready for eternity. You will not regret that our paths have crossed. Up there you will find the master of this fortress. Nocticula is expecting you. This demon is so witless, he doesn't even suspect I'm here. But he is strong and tiresome. It is high time someone disposed of him. I shall assist you in this. Although my own brothers in arms are long dead, their hatred for the demons is far stronger than death. They will help you kill Nocticula. Are you prepared to command the last defenders of the Lost Chapel and purge my fortress of the demon filth? Evil, I am ready. For the first time in your entire conversation, you sense a shade of empathy in Sarkoris' voice. Then do not linger. I shall go to the laboratory to contemplate your future. Farewell. Be ready when next we meet.